Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Clancy Field here at Breed for Greater Boston League Baseball. This is being used rather than Frazier Field because they're renovating Frazier Field. It's going to be fully turf. They're working on it. Hopefully by the 1st of May. We're in the second week of April. The teams are playing their baseball games here. Obviously, they play the softball games here, but they're playing the baseball games here until the 1st of May. Then they'll switch back to Frazier Field. This is English the Bulldogs against the Somerville Highlanders. Somerville looking to go 500. They're 1-2. English looking to go to 3-1. 3-0. It's been a feast or a famine for English. They won their first game huge, scoring double digits. They got double digits in their second game, but they eked out a 10-9 win over Revere. Revere had a player thrown out at the plate in the 7th inning that would have tied the game up. Adrian Bonilla on the mound for the Bulldogs. And Brady Roach, the second baseman, will lead it off for Somerville. As we're ready to go. Sun is shining brightly. Not a cloud in the sky. Better day than the last day we were here, but it's still a little bit chilly. There's enough of a breeze blowing just to make it a little bit uncomfortable. Hit in the air to left field. Long run for the left fielder. It's in for a base hit. Left fielder had a long way to go for a left-handed hit. He was playing more towards center field. Ian Bourne, the center fielder, will be the hitter. We got Ian, the center fielder, and Colin Bourne, the third baseman. Hit in the air is going to go out of play, foul. This is a little bit of a late start. Greater Boston teams coming in here are having a serious problem with buses. Somerville bus didn't show up to pick up the plays till 3:30, and then they had to come all the way from Somerville. So a 4 o'clock game, getting a late start. Hit deep to left center field in the gap. Out of the park. It went out of the park for a home run. It dented one of the cars out there. He got all of that one. Hit that a ton.
That's why you don't keep your cars by a baseball field.
So 2 swings of the bat up giving Somerville a 2-0 lead. And whoever owns that automobile thought they were safe in church that far out in the outfield. It just kept carrying. Hit that a ton. Leonard Facarada. Missing up and in for a ball. So an auspicious start for Somerville. High for a ball. So Somerville was running around late, trying to get things going, trying to get things settled. And before they knew it, they were leading 2-0. In for a strike. So for the third straight game, English is going to have to play catch-up. Fishing for a ball. That first game that they won easily, they had a couple of big innings late, but they gave away runs. They were down like 6-0. The game against Revere, they gave up 4 runs in the first inning. Come back and won it 10-9. And now a walk. Puts the runner at first. Still nobody out. For Noah Brown, the right fielder. Goes through the wickets. The low pitch is going to move the runner up. So the wild pitch makes it a runner at second with nobody out. Drop to third. They only have one play at first, and they overthrow him. And they call it a foul ball. So English got a break there. Just skipped outside the bag just as it got to the third base bag. The throw was a mile over the first baseman Galva's head. In for a strike. It hit him on the hand. Hopefully he's going to be okay. So we've had everything, a single, a home run, a walk, now a hit batsman. And Jared Antonelli, the first baseman, will be the hitter as they check on Brown down at first base. Got him on the hand. So first and second with nobody out for Antonelli. Swing and a miss, chase the high fastball. The runners take off. They got a huge jump. They threw it to second, but not in time. The runner at second base was almost to third base before Benet even threw the ball. Benet didn't look him back. So now it's second and third with nobody out. High for a ball. Foul tip held on to by the catcher, Falaska. Hit foul out of play. And we'll do it again to Jared Antonelli. Down and away, nice stop by Falaska, keeps the runners at second and third. So A big pitch coming up. High for ball 4. Loads the bases. And Kevin Clark, the pitcher, is going to be smiling. He's already got a 2-0 lead with the bases loaded, nobody out, and he hasn't thrown a pitch yet. Brings the conference out to the mound. Elgin Veneer is one of the aces for English coming back from last year. He had a very good year last year when they made the tournament. Greater Boston League Baseball here at Breed. English no longer in the Northeastern Conference. This is second, might be the third. I know it's at least 2. Might be the third year they've gone out of the Northeastern Conference into the Greater Boston League. And they've done very well with their teams, classical and English, winning championships in different sports. High for a ball. Classical girls in soccer have done well. Basketball team this year went undefeated during the regular season, won the championship. English boys won the championship. Tried to hold up and couldn't. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit the second. They get 1 right off the first baseman's glove. He picked it. Did they get the double play? Yes, they did. Nice pick at first base. I thought he was running up towards first base. I thought he wobbled it and was chasing it. He picked it. That's a nice play at first base by Gilbert Galva. So Kevin Clark, 4-6-3. Rodriguez to the shortstop, Manzanello, who made a great throw, and then Galva with the huge pick. And the wild pitch is going to score a run. This is Max Barish, or Barash, the left fielder. So as Revere did, so shall Somerville do. They've got 4 runs in the first inning. English helped out by a great double play. Chenier Rodriguez with a great pick. A nice flip to the shortstop, Manzanillo. And a great play at first base by Gilbert Galva to pick the ball out of the dirt for the double play. Quickly 2-2. Strike 3 called, he knew it, he was walking away. So English finally gets out of the inning. But a 2-run home run by Ian Bourne. And then a walk, a hit batsman and a walk. With a couple of wild pitches and a double play. So they got 4 runs on 2 hits. For English, they'll try Quick comeback. Gilmore Galvin, the center fielder, will lead off. Janier Rodriguez, who made that nice play at second base, will bat second. Catching and batting third, Brendan Falaska. The pitcher, Adrian Bonilla, will hit in the cleanup spot. The left fielder, Mateo Rodriguez, hits fifth. Shortstop, who made that nice little flip on that double play, Henry Manzanillo, will hit sixth. The first baseman, who made the double play, picking that ball out of the dirt at first base, otherwise it would have been a longer inning, Gilbert Galva, will hit number 7. Batting eighth and playing third base, Nevin Gonzalez. And the right fielder, Jason Figueroa, will hit number 9. So the walks hurt, the hit batsman hurt. One of the walks scored, the hit batsman scored. So Kevin Clark on the mound will start with a 4-run cushion. As I mentioned, this is exactly the way the last game started here at Breed. English gave up 4 runs to Revere. Came back and won it 10-9, but you can't do that too many times and come out a winner. Down the way for a ball. In for a strike. In for a strike. Quickly 1-2. Hit foul off the backstop, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Missing for a ball, evens the count. Hit the shot. Nice play by the shortstop, Fagarata. Galva's out 6-3 for the first out. Janier Rodriguez, the second baseman, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Clark can bring it. High for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Way up. Count goes 3-1. Chase the high pitch. Count goes full, 3-2. Yep, might have been ball 4. As most of the pitches do, Clark pitching from the stretch. Just got a piece and stays alive. We'll do it again at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Strike three, he knew it. He was walking away. 2 up, 2 down for Brendan Falaska. Brendan, the catcher, has had outstanding career at English High School. He's been very, very good handling the pitches, swinging the bat. Up and away for a ball. So we got their 4 runs on 2 hits. The first 2 batters, a hit and a home run. And then a walk, a hit batsman, a walk, a double play, and a wild pitch. Just like that, it's 4-0. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Got his money's worth and swung right through it. And that's ball 4. Alaska becomes the first base runner for the Bulldogs. He'll bring up the pitcher, Adrian Bonilla. English coach coming out to talk to the umpire about something. We're going to have a pinch runner, I think. Elijah Wallace will run for Falaska. And that's that rule we put in a couple of years ago where you can, to try and speed up the game, you can run for the pitcher, you can run for the catcher with no penalty. The catcher stays in the game, pitcher stays in the game. Runner can come back in later as a sub. So it's pitcher against pitcher here in the bottom of the first inning. Bonilla the hitter, Kevin Clark on the mound. Hit in the left field for a base hit. He jumped on the first pitch. So England's got 2 on, but with 2 outs. Mateo Rodriguez, the left fielder, will try to keep it going. Down and in for a ball. Nice stop by the catcher, Lonsbury. High and tight for a ball. Way up for a ball. In that Revere game where English gave up 4 runs in the top of the first, they got right back in it. They got 6 in the bottom of the first. They're hard pressed to get 6 here with 2 outs. And that's ball 4. So English looking for 2-out lightning. They've loaded the bases on 2 walks and a hit, and that brings a trip out to the mound. Henry Manzanillo who made that nice little turn in the middle for the double play, with a chance to get English on the board. So 2 quick outs, a grounded, a shot, and a strikeout. But now a walk, a hit, and a walk have loaded the bases with 2 outs. And I'm sure the coaches in English sideline are saying we don't have to get them all back. Peck away. A couple of runs here and there. Long way to go. In for a strike. Hit foul. So English 1 swing of the bat from getting on the board. Clark 1 strike away from getting out of a jam. High for a ball. Bounce off the catcher. Safe at the plate with the head first dive. Wallace. Just beat the throw. A good hustle by the catcher Lonsbury to the pitcher Clark. Put that head first dive. Got Wallace under the tag. Running for Falaska. Runners move up to second and third. Wide for a ball. We got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Swing and a miss. He chased the pitch for strike 3. So English gets 1 of them back, but that 4-run inning for Somerville is the difference. It's Somerville 4, Lynn English 1 at the end of 1. We'll start the second inning, 8-9-1 for Somerville. Colin Bourne, the third baseman. He's one of 2 Bournes. Ian is the center fielder. Ian was the one who hit the 2-run home run in the first inning. High and tight for a ball. Benning is starting in second inning. In for a strike. In for strike 2. Strike 3 calls. They're going to have to throw him out at first base. So they start the inning with a strikeout. 1 away for Peter Lonsbury, the catcher. In for a strike. Chase that pitch for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch up and coming. Thought about it, held up. The pitch was high for a ball. Maybe one of the few pitches that pitches from the windup rather than the stretch. Missed wide, the count evens at 2. Chase the pitch for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts to start the second inning. And we're back to the top of the order. Brady Roach, the second baseman, singled and walked around on Ian Bourne's 2-run home run. So he's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Hit in the air. Shortstop drifting out, maybe a step or two on the outfield grass. Manzanillo makes the play. So a very quick, brisk 1-2-3 inning for Bonilla and the Bulldogs. A little different than the first inning. And we'll move into the bottom half of the second inning. And for English, it'll be the bottom 3 in the order, 7, 8, and 9. To face Kevin Clark will be starting his second inning, excuse me. Gilbert Galva, Kevin Gonzalez, Jason Figueroa. English will work through the season in the Greater Boston League, hopefully try to win the league, try to compete, qualify for the state tournament, and they'll be finishing up the season the last Friday and Saturday in May in the second annual Dougie Mullins tournament. Dougie was the outstanding coach, great young man who passed away way too early. And he started Joe Caponegro and others started the tournament in honor of Dougie last year, and it will continue this year. And that will be the end of the regular season. Gilbert Galva, he made that great play at first base on the double play, the ball in the dirt. He picked it to help get the double play, which eased the tension in the first inning. Would have been a bigger inning. They got 4. Could have been worse if he doesn't make that play. In for a strike. Quickly 1-1. High for a ball. Hit way up in the air is going to go out of play. Not a lot of room behind home plate here at the Clancy Field. Not like Frazier Field when there's a lot of room behind home plate. Hit in the air, deep to center field, drifting back, under it. Center fielder Ian Bourne makes the play. That was hit just shy of where Bourne hit his home run. And it's Bourne tracking it down, so Galvin hit it well, but kept it in the park. 1 up, 1 down in the second. Everybody's waiting with bated breath to see the new Frazier Field with all the turf in the outfield, the infield. They're working on it, doing a great job. They're going to do additional work with the lights, and it'll be an outstanding venue. A lot of colleges would like to have that in Manning Field. Young people are blessed in the city to have those two facilities. Down and away for a ball. Kevin Gonzalez, the third baseman, is the hitter. That one bounced, and it's 3-0. He went after the pitch, hit the shortstop, and he threw him out. I thought he might be looking at it. Two up, two down. Jason Figueroa does everything left-handed. Swings the bat, throws the ball. In for a strike. Missing 1-1. Hit the third. Nice pick at third base, and he threw him out. That was not an easy play. He had a short hop, that one. Nice play by the third baseman, Colin Bourne. So Clark answers Bonilla's 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. With a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the second, we finished 2 in this Greater Boston League battle. Somerville 4, English 1 at the end of 2. Ian Bourne will start off the third inning, and all he's done so far is chase down a long fly ball, taking away extra bases from Gilbert Galva, and more importantly, hit a 2-run home run bomb over the center field fence. He hit it, looked like it was in the gap, going to be extra bases with a runner on. He just kept carrying it, went out of the ballpark, and got Somerville a quick 2-0 lead. So he's 1 for 1 with a home run and 2 RBI and a run scored. And he's got another base hit over the first baseman's head. A shot and a half. Pretty good hitter. He got all of that one. So now he's 2 for 2. That ends Bonilla retiring 5 in a row. High for a ball, they throw it down. Bourne easily back. You got a big jump, you got a good pitch to run on, it was in the dirt. Bourne got a great jump, Bonilla didn't look him back. Velasquez had to dig it out of the dirt. He had no chance to throw Bourne out. So Somerville has the leadoff hitter at second with nobody out here in the top of the third. High for the ball. Takes the bunt, takes ball 4. So after retiring 5 in a row, Bonilla gives up a hit and a walk. Noah Brown got hit on the hand with a pitch. Came around to score the 4th run. Scoring on a wild pitch after he moved up to third on the double play that helped ease the inning. Hit the shot. They flip the second for one. They throw it away at first base, and the runner's going to score. So they get the run back. They get their 4-run cushion back on the throwing error. They were looking for the second double play, but they threw it away, and that allowed Bourne to score his second run. In for a strike. Jared Antonelli hit into the double play. Bounced it to second base. The play went 4-6-3 for the double play. Fouled at home plate. He didn't get an RBI because it is a double play. The run scored. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Antonelli had walked and he was forced at second on the double play. It's Kevin Clark, the pitcher, who grounded into the double play. He's up there now. High and tight for a ball. High and tight again. They throw it down. Just getting back was Noah Brown. That's ball 4. Second walk in the inning. Max Barash, the left fielder, was called on a strikes his one trip. Missing for ball 1. Missing again. Wide for a ball. They gave up the hit and the walk, but force for the out and the strikeout looked like they might be getting out of the inning. But then he walks Clark to extend the inning. He's on the verge of walking Parash. And he does walk him. Third walk in the inning, and that brings a trip out to the mound. Colin Bourne, the third baseman, is the hitter. He struck out. Swinging had to be thrown out at first base, leading off the second inning. So Somerville's got one in. They're threatening. With the bases loaded and 2 outs. Bourne will be the 7th hitter in the inning. They batted 7 in the first inning and got 4 runs. Eagles got warm-up action behind their bench. So 3 on, 2 outs, a run in. Somerville got 4 in the top of the first. English got 1 back, but now Somerville's got their 4-run cushion back, looking for more. Chase, that pitch was way over his head. But he got some help with that pitch. High for a ball. In for strike 1 and 2. I don't know if they're brothers or if they're twins. They don't have the year of school they're in. Chase the pitch that was down in the dirt for strike 3. So they leave the bases loaded, but they get the run back that English got. They got their 4-run cushion back. They do with 1 hit. Three walks. 2 more strikeouts. 5 strikeouts for Bonilla in the 3 innings. And we bottom of the 3rd, it'll be the top of the order for the Bulldogs. Gilmer Galva, Janier Rodriguez, Brendan Falaska to face Kelvin Clark, who's got his 4-run cushion back. And I should mention, my deepest sympathies, my thoughts and my prayers go out to the Buzzy Barton family. We lost an outstanding gentleman. He was so good to everybody. He was a 3-sport athlete at Lynn English. He was a coach, a winning coach, an outstanding coach for both the boys and the girls basketball at Lynn English, winning championships. He was an outstanding fireman who helped a lot of younger firemen make it in that to become firefighters. And then he suffered an injury, had to retire, became the president of the Firefighters Union, did a great job with the firefighters, working with them, became a counselor at large, and he did little things. He never wanted any notoriety. He wouldn't be interviewed. He didn't want to be on TV. He didn't want to get any notoriety. He just wanted to do the job, help. He would give tours for tots on the QT. Don't tell anybody I did it. I just want to do it because I should be doing it. Just an outstanding, tremendous gentleman who was a member of an outstanding family. Hit on the ground, took a big hop off the third baseman's glove. He'll reach on the error. Right off the third baseman's glove. His mother was an outstanding community member, did so much for the city of Lynn. He followed in her footsteps. He will be greatly, greatly missed. He leaves a hole in the city. You just don't fill holes when people like that leave us. Again, my thoughts, my prayers, condolences, and sympathies to the Barton family, who are an outstanding family and great members of the community, who are a big part of the success in making city of Lynn the great city it is. Rest in peace, my good friend Buzzy. Janir Rodriguez was called out on strikes his one trip. Way up for ball 3. Got to be fussy here with the count. He threw the bat away thinking it was ball 4. He's going to go get it because it was a strike. The runner takes off. The pitch is ball 4. So an error and a walk have allowed English to bring the tying run to home plate with nobody out. Brendan Velasquez drew a walk. And Elijah Wallace, running for him, scored the one run that English had, or has. High and tight for a ball. Scoring on a wild pitch. High and tight for a ball, 2-0. Missing, started to pull the trigger, held up, but missed outside, 3-0. So he's got to take a long look at this one. English needs base runners. High and tight. So an error and back-to-back walks have loaded the bases. And the tying runs are now on. The go-ahead run at home plate. Panier got a base hit his first time up into left field. He can help himself to get back in the game here. In for a strike. It hits him. Tough way to get an RBI. We're going to get a runner at second base. I think it's Mr. Wallace again. Running for Velasquez again. Mateo Rodriguez drew a walk. Hit in the air. Coming on the center fielder makes a great play. Saved it, bobbled the ball at second base. They would have had a double play. Nice play. That's Bourne again, who hit the home run to put him ahead. Makes a nice running catch. They threw it to second. The shortstop couldn't handle it. He tried to keep his foot in the base and reach for the ball and couldn't get it. And everybody's back, so the bases are still loaded with one out. For Henry Manzanello, who struck out. High for a ball. So an error. 2 walks and a hit batsman who brought 1 run in. English looking for more. They almost got it. In for a strike. Bourne got a great jump in center field, making that nice running catch. Threw a strike to second base, but they couldn't hold on to it, and they couldn't keep the foot on the base and handle the ball. Everybody got back. The runner at third didn't tag. I don't know why he didn't tag. You tag up anyway, because if it drops for a base hit, you still score. Hit to short. If they don't have a play, it'll be an infield hit. Once it got by the third baseman, it was very slowly hit. They had no play. So the bases are still loaded. Gilbert Galva hit a shot and a half to deep center field that was caught by Ian Bourne. Down and away for a ball. Now it's 5-3. Hit a mile in the air outside first base. They called the infield fly. They called out on the infield fly. The runner got back to first base. The runner from third scored. It just bounced back fair. English is going to get a run. The infield fly. So the batter is out. Henry Manzanello steals second base. He was at first, heads up. He didn't run. He went back to the bag because they could have got a double play. So the ball went up in the air. The first baseman couldn't catch it. It drifted back and wound up fair. Plate umpire called it infield fly. Chopped foul. Kevin Gonzalez grounded out short to first. He's the 8th hitter in the inning. And it's now 5-4, Somerville. And English has the go-ahead runs at second and third. That defensive play by Bourne in center field, huge in this inning. Strike 3 called. So 8 batters in the inning. Eagles creeps back into it. They put 3 on the board. It's now Somerville 5, English 4, going into the top of the 4th inning. So Clark in 3 innings has walked 4 and hit a batter. 3 of the walks have scored. That infield fly was kind of a wacky play in this inning. English got 3 runs with the 1 hit. The 1 hit was a ground ball. The shots that was slowly hit, they didn't have a play on infield hit. Other than that, 2 walks, an error, a hit batsman, that infield hit, the infield fly. Peter Lonsby, the catcher, will lead it off 9-1-2 as we start the 4th inning. In for a strike. In for strike 2. Foul tip, just got a piece and stays alive. Solid shot. He got way out in front of it and pulled it foul. That's a souvenir for somebody that went out in the street and all the way down the street. Not many people chasing those foul balls. Off-speed pitch, caught him looking. What a pitch. Pulled the string and dropped it in. Froze him at the plate. Brady Roach, the second baseman, singled and scored, popped the shot. He started the game with the base hit and scored on the home run by Ian Bourne. Pitching for a ball. Waved at that pitch. That looked like an off-speed pitch, too. Way out in front. High for a ball. Way up for a ball. And that's ball 4. He's on for the second time. Brings up Ian Bourne. Hasn't done much. Hit a 2-run home run. Singled and scored a run. He's knocked in 2 and scored 2. That's only 80% of the offense. A nice running catch in center field. He hit the home run to deep center field, kept carrying over the fence, bounced off one of the cars out there, and then hit a shot over the first baseman's head into right field. So he's hit it solidly twice. 2-0 to the Highlander center fielder. 6 walks given up by Bonilla. Hit in the air to left field. Starting back, coming on. Giving his coach and also making the one-handed catch, Mateo Rodriguez. They get Ian Bourne for the first time. He went the other way with it. 2 away. Richard Okarada. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. He's walked twice and scored a run. He scored on the double play in the first inning. And that moved the runner over to third, scoring on a wild pitch. And that run on the wild pitch is the difference in the game right now, as English has come back to cut the lead to 1. Missing for a ball. And he has thrown a lot of pitches. In for a strike. But he has balanced the books. He's walked 6 and struck out 6. Hit the second base. Nice play again by the second baseman, Rodriguez, to get the force at second. So the walk doesn't hurt. We're halfway through the ball game. Somerville started with that 4-run first inning. English cut it to 4-1. Somerville made it 5-1. And now English gets a 3-run inning to make it 5-4. So he's walked 6, struck out 6, and hit a batter. And for English, it'll be 9-1-2. Jason Figueroa bounced out third to first. Back in the second inning, he'll lead off the fourth inning. So English once again spotting a lead and trying to make a comeback. Hit in the air. That fielder with a diving catch. He had to go a long way. Comes in falling down. Max Barash makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out in the fourth. Kelma Galva grounded a short, reached on an error, and scored in that 3-run inning. Down and away for a ball. Clark has walked 4 and hit a batter. Popped up. Catcher looking for it. Couldn't hold on. He dropped it. So Galva gets a life. We got Bourne, the center fielder, and Bourne, the third baseman for Somerville. We've got Galva, the center fielder, and Galva, the first baseman for Lynn English. Popped up again. This one's going to go out of play. Down and away for a ball. Deep center field is Bourne going back and making the play. Took 2 nice defensive plays. English hit the ball well. Nothing to show for it. There's 2 outs. Janier Rodriguez struck out, walked, and scored. English only has 2 hits. The bunt is down. It's a good one. Safe at first. He was out if they make the play. The error on the throw. Pitcher made the play, but then he threw it high. And he drew Antonelli off the bag. And Rodriguez is safe at first on the error. And Brendan Velasco was walked twice. And Elijah Wall is running for him and scored twice. Let's see if they try to send the runner in for a strike. I thought they might try to get him to second base. The worst that could happen is you would have 3, 4, and 5 coming up in the 5th inning. He just faked the throw over. Diving back is Rodriguez. Rodriguez played very well at second base, making a couple of very nice plays. He takes off, and they called a balk. He hesitated, he stopped in the middle of his windup. Rodriguez was just taking off. So it won't be a stolen base, it'll be a balk on the pitcher. had a running start. He took off, and Clark just stopped in the middle of his windup, and the umpire called the balk. That one goes to the backstop. So after 2 quick outs, English has the tying run in third on an error, a balk, and a wild pitch. Thought about it, held up, it was high for a ball. High and tight for a ball. Alaska draws his third walk. First and third. And here comes Wallace out to run for him again. This has worked well. Velasquez drew 2 walks. Wallace ran for him and scored both times. Now he draws a third walk, and Wallace is going to run for him again. If they could score, if Wallace could score, English would have the lead. First and third. Eldria Vinny has shingled. Got hit by a pitch, getting an RBI. He got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. In for a strike. I'm not sure why Wallace is hesitating and not running at first base. There he goes. Fishing down and in. Takes away the force. Puts the go-ahead run at second base. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Solid shot. What a play by the shortstop. And he throws him out. Takes a base hit away and probably 2 RBI. Great play by Richard Falcarata. He went down almost on one knee. If that goes in the outfield, English is leading in the game. But he takes it away, makes a good throw, but they get Bonilla for the first time. And we finished 4 here at the Clancy Field at Breed. It's Somerville holding on to a 5-4 lead over English. English has made a few changes. Bonilla, the pitcher, is going to first base. Figueroa, the right fielder, is now on the mound, the lefty. Gilbert Galva, the first baseman, has gone to third. I don't know where Gonzalez, the third baseman, went. I don't know if he stayed in the game or not. So Galva gave up 3 base hits. He walked 6, struck out 6, hit a batter. And he gave up 5 runs, and he's on the short end of a 5-4 game. In for a strike. Figueroa was the starting pitcher against Revere in the last game here. Swing and a miss. Noah Brown got hit by a pitch and scored. And he scored on a wild pitch, and that's the difference in the game right now, the 1 run. He scored. High for a ball. He hit by a pitch and scored and bounced into a fielder's choice. That was the play that they threw the ball away at first base. And that was the run that scored the difference in the game. The run scored from third. They were looking for double play. The runner going to third when they threw it away at first base. Bourne, who hit the home run in the first inning, scored the run. That's the difference in the game. That's the 5th run of the game. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Jerry Taylor, the first baseman, walked and struck out swinging. High for a ball. Way out in front of that one. 1-1. High and tight for a ball. Ingles is right back here, I believe, on Wednesday, taking on Everett. St. Mary's will play their first game at Breed here tomorrow. They've been playing their home games at St. John's Prep, waiting for Fraser Field to be completed. Glasgow, I think, has played one game here. They'll play 1 or 2 more before hopefully moving over to Fraser.
There you go, Jared. Nice job.
So incidentally draws another walk. Walks. Clark has walked 5 for Somerville. Figueroa pitches his first walk. Galva gave up 6. That's 12 walks by both pitching staffs. Winds up and throws it way over the first baseman's head. Just nonchalantly, and threw it way over Galva's head. Almost in slow motion. Lined up, threw it over the first, and just never let go of it. It hit the fence behind first base. We had the Revere pitcher last week throw one over the first baseman. Not only overthrew the first baseman, threw it over the fence and out of the park on an attempted pickoff. Missing for a ball. So he started with a strikeout. The walk in the error puts the runner at second. Now he falls behind. Kevin Clark will ground it into a double play and walked. He's the pitcher. High and tight for a ball. In for a strike. And ball 4. So back-to-back walks after an out. Max Barash has struck out and walked. And he hit him. Second hit batsman by English pitching. So it started out innocently enough, a strikeout. A walk, and a hit batsman have loaded the bases for Colin Bowen, who was struck out swinging twice. First time he had to be thrown out at first base. So Somerville has led all the way. English cut it to a run. Now Somerville's trying to push it even further with 3 on and nobody out. Out in front for strike one. English has been very gracious hosts. 8 walks. 2 hit batsmen. Up and away for a ball. Way up for a ball. No room for Colin Bourne with the bases loaded. That one bounced the home plate. And he's 1 pitch away from forcing in a run. That's ball 4. Bourne gets an easy RBI. Three walks and a hit batsman. Can't get any easier than that. Peter Lonsbury, the catcher, has struck out twice. 1 swinging, 1 called. Up for a ball. Hits have been at a premium, but base runners have been plenty. That pitch misses wide. Top of the order on deck. High and tight for a ball. Another walk, another RBI. Bases are still loaded. They haven't swung the bat. The only swing of that was the first hitter swinging and missing for strike 3. They haven't put the ball in play. Wilfredo Perez will be the new pitcher. Figueroa will go back to right field. If I'm thinking correctly, he'll be hitting in number 8 spot. I'm trying to figure out where they put Gonzalez, the third baseman. I think he was out of the game. Wilfredo Perez will face the top of the order. Brady Roach, who was singled, popped up, walked, and scored. He scored the first run of the game on Ian Bourne's 2-run home run. Bases are still loaded. Tough situation for Wilfredo Perez. In for a strike. Thought about it. Pitched down away for a ball. Nice job by Bonilla at first. They almost turned a double play. So they cut the runner down at the plate for the first out. Now they're going to face a tough hitter. Ian Bourne hit a 2-run home run, singled and scored. Last time up he hit a high fly to left field. Tough hitter. He's up there with the bases loaded. Missing for a ball. A walk. I hit Bashman, a walk and a walk. Solid shot by everybody all the way to the fence. That's going to clear the bases. He's got a booming triple. He got all of that. He ripped it. Clears the bases. He gets 3, 4, and 5 RBIs. Once again, Roach out in front. Scores. So Bourne, if he could get up again and get a double, he would hit for the cycle. Hakarada is the 9th hitter in the inning. Hits it foul again. And English has shot themselves in the foot. 3 walks and a hit batsman. Bourne's triple, the first hit in the inning. Hakarada has walked twice and bounced into a fielder's choice. Very late swing. He was almost like that ball was almost by him. Punched it past third base. Walks got 2 RBI. The triple got 3. 5 runs in the inning. Reaches for it again. Fouls it off. So Ian Bourne has been the story. He's made a couple of nice plays in the outfield. But he's hit the ball pretty well. A 2-run home run, a single, a triple. Knocked in 5 and scored 2. Reaches and fouls it back. Wilfredo Perez is the 3rd pitcher. Galvo went 4. They were still in the game. Figueroa comes in, gets a strikeout to start the inning. Walks 2, hits a batter, walks 2 more, gives up a triple. Another foul. Roach hanging around. High for a ball. He thought about it, held up. Good at that. Fuck around or whatever he does. He's been up a while. Swing and a miss. So they send 9 to the plate. 5 of them scored. They got 1 base hit. That solid shot triple by Bourne. And English, very gracious host. 4 walks and a hit batsman. 5 runs on 1 hit. We'll move into the bottom half of the 5th. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. English hustle back, got it to within 5-4. It's now 10-4. With that 5-run inning, it was only 1 base hit. And Somerville can breathe a little easier so far into the bottom of the 5th. Mateo Rodriguez has walked and lined to second. Solid shot. Got out in front enough to pull it foul. On the corner for a strike. So Clark once again has got a sizable lead to work with. Call 3rd strike. One up, 1 down in the 5th. Kenny Manzanillo struck out, singled in a run. Hits it foul. In for a strike. One, two, the count as the pitch goes down and away to the backstop. High for a ball. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He starts it off with 2 strikeouts. Strikeouts 4 and 5 for Clark. Gilbert Galva. Fly deep to center, and he was that wacky infield fly that popped up, and the first baseman couldn't make the play. It bounced just inside the foul line, right at the first base bag. He wound up getting an RBI because the runner from 3rd scored. Down and away. Taking all the way, it's in for a strike. And that's ball 4. 6th walk given up by Clark. In for a strike. This is Wilfredo Perez, the pitcher. It's a foul out of play. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So he gives up a walk, but he strikes out the side. So he struck out 6 and walked 6. He's even with Galva, who started the game. They both had 6 and 6. So English leaves a base runner. The difference now, the huge lead, is the 5-run 5th inning with only 1 base hit. It's now 9-4. Somerville leading the Bulldogs at the end of 5. Perez will start his 2nd inning of work. Jared Antonelli, the pitcher, is the hitter. Hits it to 3rd. And they throw it away. They threw it way away. That was Galva at first, throwing it too far for Galvin at first to try and catch it. So Antonelli reaches on the error. He had plenty of time. He just threw it way down the right field line, not even close to first base. So the Galva brothers couldn't come together. Kevin Clark, the pitcher, hit into a double play. 4-6-3. Walked and walked. The last time he walked was in the 5th inning. He scored one of the 5 runs. They bunt it, bobble it, safe at first. Bobbled it just enough. And he beats the throw. So they have 2-1 with nobody out. So Max Parash, who struck out, walked, got hit by a pitch. Somerville's got 10 runs. They got 4 hits. 2 of them were back-to-back to start the game, a single and a 2-run home run. That's a Major League wild pitch. Perez had a step towards home plate to get out of the way. The pitch was behind him. In for a strike. High for a ball. It up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. Brash gets an RBI. First and third with nobody out. Colin Bourne struck out swinging twice, thrown out at first base the first time. Last time up, he drew a walk, getting an RBI. The runner steals second base. So Somerville keeps going to the well. The water hasn't run out yet. Pushes the bunt. Out at the plate. Velasquez looked like he almost dropped it, then he held on to it. Second time we had a play. This time was a tag at the plate. Velasquez got hurt. He got run into. Pushed the bunt a little too far right to the pitcher. And he was able to make the play to the plate. They were waiting to see if Velasquez held on to it. And he finally called the runner out. And Velasquez up. And they're taking him to the bench. So it started with the infield error. A hit. The wild pitch in between. A run scored. Gilbert Galver is going back to first base. I think that means that Gilmore Galver was I think that means Bonilla is going to be the new catcher. They all Benzin. He'll be the third first baseman. He'll bat Velasquez spot. We hope Velasquez is going to be okay. So we're going to get back to baseball. Peter Lonsbury, the hitter, struck out twice, walked, and the walk got him an RBI, came with the bases loaded in that big 5-run inning when Somerville got 5 with 1 base hit. So 1 out, first and third, a run in. Missing for a ball. The runner takes off. He got a big jump, steals second base. So second and third now with 1 out. Missing for a ball. Missing again. And ball 4. 11th walk given up by English pitching. Back to the top of the order. Brady Rhodes singled and scored, popped to the shortstop, walked, reached on a fielder's choice and scored. The bases are loaded, and on deck is Ian Bourne.
Where'd that go?
Popped out of play. High for a ball. In for a strike. Had to duck out of the way of that one. And that's a walk for an RBI. And the young man at the plate, Ian Bourne, if he could get a double here, he would hit for the cycle. And we're going to get another change. Another change. I think it's going to be Benson who went in to play third base. I think he's going to be the new pitcher. It's not Benson. It's Mateo Rodriguez, the left fielder. He's going to be the new pitcher. Two more runs. They've got an even dozen. 12-4. And this is a very tough out for Mateo Rodriguez, who will be the fourth pitcher for the Bulldogs. Ian Bourne hit a two-run home run in the first inning. Singled and scored in the third. Hit a long fly that was caught in left field. They got him for the first time. And then the last time up with the bases loaded, he ripped one to right center field all the way to the fence for a triple, knocking in 3. So he's knocked in 5 and scored 2. And that's a tough out for Rodriguez, who's the new pitcher. We're in the top of the 6th. "11 walks given up by English pitching. Struck out 7, 6 of them by Galva. So we'll see what Rodriguez will see what he can do with Bourne. They've only got him out once. Home run, single, and triple. Like I said, if he can get a double here, he'll hit for the cycle. called this, and Velasquez got hurt besides. High for a ball. High again for a ball. Missing for ball 3. If he's a Somerville coach, you give him the green light, even though it's 3-0. In for a strike. He was taken all the way. Hit in the air to center field. That's another RBI. RBI number 6. Two outs, first and second. 2 runs in. And I'm missing someplace because I missed a hitter someplace because this is Ian Bourne up at bat. It's at the left. They overran it. He's going to get his double. He's going to get an RBI. He hits for the cycle. I was one batter off starting the inning. He does have 6 RBI, but now he hit for the cycle. It bounces to the backstop. The run will score.
That could be a different story.
14-4. So England scored double digits their first 2 games. And now it's Somerville pouring it on. First and third with 2 outs. Noah Brown got hit by a pitch and scored. Bounced to a fielder's choice, struck out swinging. Hit foul. He's the 9th hitter in the inning. So the third out is made. They get 4 more. They scored 9 in the last 2 innings. They lead it now 14-4. And I'm wondering if, I know there's a mercy rule. I don't know if it's 10 runs at the end of 6. We'll find out. English is hitting. They only had 4 hits coming into the inning. They got 4 hits in that inning. Ian Bourne got the RBI double, giving him 6 RBI and hitting for the cycle. And he scored 2. And now Ian Bourne is going to be the new pitcher. Clark, the pitcher, will go to first base. So Clark goes 5 innings. Gives up 4 runs, only 2 base hits. Walks 6, struck out 6. And I think I can go out on a limb and say Somerville's going to go to 2-2, and English is going to drop to 2-1. For English, Figueroa, who was the right fielder, pitcher, right fielder, will lead it off. He is grounded to third and flied to left. So Bourne, who does it all, is now going to look to shut English down the rest of the way. Missing up and in. Now, he's saying it hit him. The umpire is saying Figueroa didn't move, but they're saying it hit him. And he'll go to first base. Top of the order. Gilmore Galva has grounded a short, reached in there and scored, fly to center. Second hit batsman by Somerville pitching, as that sun that's been bothering us all of a sudden goes down. Not a problem anymore. Line shot down the left field line. It got by the left fielder off the fence. The Figueroa slid into third. There was no throw. The ball was still in the outfield. He slid into third base. Galva's got a double. I'm not sure why he's sliding into third. He probably could have scored. Tenier Rodriguez struck out. Walked, reached on another, and he scored a run. Dropped to first base. They'll make the play at first. He'll get an RBI. So there isn't a 10-run rule now. English scored. It's now 14-5. Jarrell Benson, who went in to play third base, is the hitter. He takes the pitch for a strike. Throws right, bats left. Velasca, we hope he's okay. He walked 3 times, and Wall is running for him. All 3 times, scored twice. 2 quick strikes. Benson didn't think so. High for a ball. High and tight for a ball. He looked quick to the umpire to make sure it wasn't going to be called a strike. Pitching for ball 3. So he walks him. Adrian Benio was the pitcher, went to first base. Now he's behind the plate catching with Velasquez getting hurt. He is singled, got hit by a pitch for an RBI and grounded out short to first. And the ground out to short was a great play by Pacarada, who went down virtually on one knee, picked it from going in the outfield and threw him out at first base. Would have been a couple of RBI and would have given English the lead at the time. That was the inning that English scored 3. In for a strike. But he didn't like that call either. Hit in the air. Right fielder makes the play. Benio will get an RBI. Two runs in, a runner at first. Mateo Rodriguez, who's now the pitcher, swings through it for strike 1. He's walked, line to second, called out on strikes. Low for a ball. So again, a walk extended the inning. In for a strike. English pitching has walked 11. Somerville pitching has walked 7. English hit 2. Somerville hit 1. Pitching inside. Hit right to the on-deck hitter. Good thing it wasn't a line drive. Mateo Rodriguez couldn't get out of the way. It hit him, but wasn't hit that hard, thank God. Strike 3 called. The strikeout ends the 6th inning. English gets 2. But it's still all Somerville. English has 6. Somerville has 14 with an inning left here at Breed. Swung on and missed. Jared Antonelli was the pitcher. Excuse me, he's the first baseman. He's walked, struck out, walked and scored, reached an error and scored. So he scored 2, but he hasn't got a hit yet. The only time he put the ball in play was an error at third base. They were discussing whether they were going to play this inning with an 8-run cushion. Low for a ball. Another walk. Antonelli draws his third walk. 13 walks given up by English pitching. Solid shot to center field, over the center fielder's head, all the way back to the fence. Clark gets his second straight hit. He's on for the fourth time. Somerville keeps the band playing. Second and third, nobody out in the seventh. Mac Barash, they got him the first time he struck out. Since then, he's walked, got hit by a pitch, singled in a run, knocking in a run, and scored a run. Popped up, second baseman bobbled it, but grabbed it. One away. Collinborn struck out the first two times. Walked, getting an RBI with the bases loaded and scored. Reached center fielder's choice and scored. Hit to third. They only have one play. They throw him out. He'll get an RBI. So we'll put another run up. Peter Lonsbury, the catcher, struck out twice and then walked twice. Both times he scored. One of them was the bases loaded for an RBI. Swing and a miss. He'll hop, skip, and a jump to get out of the way of that one. And they call a balk. That's going to be another run. (16-6). If Somerville was the home team now in the bottom of the sixth, this game would be over. Swing and a miss. Hit high in the air. Left fielder called the shortstop off and then didn't make the play. I think he took his eye off and it dropped behind him. Lonsbury gets a hit, extends the inning. We had just about everything. We had that infield fly rule earlier that was kind of wacky. So lights come on here at Breed now. We'll get a runner for Lonsbury at first base. Hit in the air, coming on. Making a diving catch. Alex McMillan, who came in to play right field, makes the diving catch. And we reached the bottom of the 7th inning. English has 6. Somerville has 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions for 16 points, 16 runs. English has walked 14 and hit 2, along with a couple of errors. And the big broke this game open was the big 5-run 5th inning where they had a strikeout to start the inning and then a walk, a hit batsman, a walk. Extended the inning for Ian Bourne, who got a 3-run triple. But 4 walks and a hit batsman in the inning. The 4 walks scored, extending the inning. The hit batsman was forced out at the plate, but then the force out that reached scored on the triple. And now Noah Brown will be the new pitcher in the last inning for Somerville. But 16 runs put up. English fell behind 4-0 in the first inning. They cut it to 4-1. Somerville made it 5-1 in the third. English got as close as they would get. They got 3 in the third, made it 5-4. And in the fourth, they had second and third for Bonilla. He hit a rocket going in to center field. The shortstop, Facarada, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, made a great play, went down on one knee, picked it, stopped it from going to the outfield, threw Bonilla out, end of the inning. If that goes in the outfield, English is going to have a 6-5 lead. Instead, Somerville had the lead, and then came the 5th inning when they got 5 runs on 1 hit and put this one in the bank. And English will just play out the string here. Hit foul. Low for a ball. 6, 7, and 8 here in the bottom of the 7th. Low for a ball. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Hit in the left field for a base hit. Manzanello's got his second hit. In for a strike. Gilbert Galva. Fly to center. Hit that infield fly that was called out that bounced to first base. He got an RBI. The run scored. Then he walked. They'll go to first for the out. Second baseman Brady Roach with the play. This is McMillan, I think, who made that very nice play in right field. They made all kinds of substitutions, changing pitching, and moving everybody around. And they had him do it again when Velasquez got hurt, and we hope he's going to be okay. Hopefully nothing serious. That would be a big loss for them. Hit foul, pulled it out. Hit way foul again. Almost hit a car driving by. High and tight for a ball. I'm not sure what happened on the field behind us. The North Shore League is getting ready to play. The two teams are out there. The fire truck is there, and the players are all gathered around. I don't know if somebody got hurt. I hope everything is okay. Got to get a new supply of baseballs. I just happened to be turning around and see everybody gathering around the pitcher's mound on the other diamond. High and tight for a ball. Let's hope whoever's over there is going to be okay as well. Hit foul past third base. McMillan, the hitter, again, he made that nice diving catch out in right field. Dan, the top of this inning. Swing and a miss. So 1 out left for the Bulldogs. Missing for a ball. Hit in a right field for a base hit. That was Dylan Mejia hitting for Figueroa. In for a strike. Kilmer Galva has grounded a short, reached on there and scored. Fly to center, doubles and scored. He's the center fielder. Hit off the third baseman. That's going to be a run. The error. So Lenny is alive with the error. Pitches in for a strike. Genier Rodriguez, the second baseman, struck out, walked and scored. Reached on an error. Bounced out to the first baseman, getting an RBI. Down the way, they get the ambulance coming for the player in the other field. So again, hopefully, we hope he'll be okay. Hit foul. I don't know if that game even started. If it did, it's very early in the top of the first inning. They were just loosening up, getting ready to start. Hit off the shortstop. The inning stays alive. Back-to-back errors. Bases are loaded. Janelle Benson drew a walk his one trip. He came in to play third base when Falaska got hurt. I hit 2 straight outs. I hit 2 straight errors. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. They're down to the last strike. So whatever happened, the fire truck is there, the ambulance is there. They got the ambulance. They're going to stretch her out to take the player off. And again, we hope everything is going to be okay. It's not as serious as it looks. Hit foul. One pitch away from ending it with the bases loaded and a run in. Solid shot to center field all the way to the fence. It's going to clear the bases. Sixteen to 10. They put 4 on the board. Elvin Bonilla single, got hit by a pitch for an RBI. Had a hit and 2 RBI taken away on a great play by the shortstop, Facarada, that would have given English the lead way back in the 3rd inning. Last time up, he had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. They threw him out at first. Looked like he was off the bag at first, but they threw him out at first. And that'll end the ball game. And it was a game and a half. English walked 14, hit 2. Somerville walked 7, hit a batter. The game was decided in the 5th inning when Somerville scored 5 runs with 1 hit. 4 walks and a hit batsman and 5 straight hitters. And then a triple by Bourne knocked in 3 runs. And English, they played catch-up all the way through after giving up 4 in the 1st inning. For English, Gilbert Kalmer had Risonera had a double. Risonera scored 2. Chenier Rodriguez walked and scored, had an RBI on a ground-out. Risonera and scored. Velasco walked 3 times. Wallace running for him, scored twice. Benson coming in and playing third, batting in Velasco's spot, had a walk, a 3 RBI double. Eldrin Bonilla had a single, got hit by a pitch, knocked in 2 runs. Henry Manzanillo had 2 singles, knocking in a run, scoring a run. Gilbert Galvo walked and had an RBI. It was the infield fly that Wacky called. Jason Figueroa got hit by a pitch and scored a run. And Dylan Mejia, pinch hitting for Figueroa in the last inning, got a base hit and scored a run. So everybody got involved. English scores 10, but they come out on the short end as Somerville puts 16 on the board. They got 4 in the first. They had that big 5-run 5th inning with 1 base hit, and English had got close to within 5-4. They had that 5-run inning to make it 9-4, and they just kept pouring it on from there, getting 4 more in the 6th and 2 more in the 7th as they pull away with a 16-10 win over the Bulldogs. Somerville pull even 2-2 on the season. English will drop to 2-1, 16-10. Somerville over Lynn. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.